Hey Strummies, how's it going? Strumbeat Strings here, checking in, hoping that you're well wherever you are. And we're about to take a little trip. Want to come with? Sure you do. We going on a trip. Train, plane, or taxi cab, all the choices hip. 20,000 points if you know where that's from. Model T, Model T, Model T, Model T, Model T. Oh, it's getting away. Oh, wait, we can catch up to it. Oh, can you still see it? Can you still see it? Here's our exit, Strummies. Here's our exit. Going in. Time for a little nostalgia trip. Oh man, this place hasn't changed that much, but man, it's been a while. Everybody, welcome to St. Martin's University. This is where yours truly got involved in the MLP fandom. This very place is where yours truly became a Brony. Welcome to the story how that happened. To start off, the weather conditions were really contrasting to what we have today. I became a Brony in the winter of 2012, my very last year here at this university. And oh my, was it snowy. Was it snowy. So where we're going right now is the building that has my dorm that I lived in my last year here. That is the place where this my contribution of the fandom started. Yeah. Feels good to be back here. I've been hesitant to come back here past few years, but since I graduated my master's, oh well, anything goes. Oh my, these woods. You know, in Band of Brothers, I believe it was episode 7 or episode 6 or 7, Battle of the Bulge, when they fought and when they had to trudge through Foy. This place looked like that. I mean, not as shelled, but with all the snow and all the fallen branches and stuff, it looked like 1944 Belgium, no lie. Alright, Strummies, do you see that window over there? The one to the left with all the drapes down, that was the room that I became a Brony in. Yep, that's where it all started, where I started watching the show, where I wrote my very first Brony song, and the second one too, and where I bought online my first few pieces of pony merchandise. My goodness. So let's go back to the very start of my very last semester here at St. Martin's University, where this whole campus was just blanketed and covered in so much snow. Like I said, I got stuck in my apartment over there, and I didn't want to go out really at first. So that first night, the first night or the second night, I decided to watch episode 1, Friendship is Magic, part 1. You know, where a lot of us started. The first time I watched it, I was like, okay, this is alright. The animation's pretty nice, and yeah, this is clearly a kid show. Alright, whatever. And you know, that's all it was, just a so-so reaction. I mean, I didn't hate it obviously, but you know, I just almost, you know, just about as neutral as I could have gotten. But I think it was the next night I decided to watch it again, and then I took the liberty to watch part 2, and I liked part 2 a little better than part 1. So it's still, you know, fairly neutral. You know, I liked the episode. You know, I liked Giggle at the Ghosties, or the Laughter Song, you know, officially titled. And yeah, that's, you know, okay, 2 episodes down. So my curiosity grew larger. I watched episode 3, I watched episode 4, I watched episode 5. before I knew it, I was on to season 2. I was on to season 2. And I caught up, and funny enough, I caught up where around the Derby controversy, around the first run of the last roundup, where a lot of parents have complained, or allegedly complained about having a derp-eyed horse or a retarded horse, on screen. I mean, of course, most of us know Derpy has been on screen many times before, but now that at this time she has become the central focus a couple times now, and the way the show portrayed her, it upset a handful of people, and there was a whole controversy about it. In hindsight, it's kind of funny, and but overall we won. Derpy is still in there, and she even spoke a bit, even more later on down the road, as we know. But yeah, around the last roundup and all that, that's where I got caught up. But during that time, I watched more fan videos, and I think amongst my absolute favorite earlier fan videos that I watched was Epic Pie Time and Epic Cupcake Time by Alligator Tub Productions, formerly known as No More Than 9. And I just enjoyed watching that every night. Every night that I was stuck in my apartment, just doing nothing because school was canceled. I watched more fan animations, and I just grew and grew and grew more fond of it. Now here, as for music, I started to listen to some fan-made music, and one of the first ones I listened to was obviously Discord, especially Living Tombstone's remix of it. And the one song that inspired me to be a Brony musician, Mando Pony's I'll Be Waiting. Yes, Mando Pony's song about Derpy called I'll Be Waiting. And just the way he sang that, the piano in that song, it was so sweet, it was so touching, and then and there I became inspired. And by the way, I kept on watching the show on YouTube. Fast forward to the next month, February of 2012. I officially declared myself a Brony on February 29th, 2012. Yes, on Leap Day 2012. And on that same day, I wrote my first Brony song, simply titled Applejack 02292012. Applejack 2/29/2012. It's like a working title or a file title, and I just left it like that. You will see, chronologically on the video after this one, you'll hear the song, and if you haven't already, you can listen to the song on SoundCloud. That was my very first song ever on the Strumdementals SoundCloud, and I was proud of it. I am still proud of it. The only embarrassing issue that I have with that song, and I still blush at myself for this, the song almost sounds like a love letter to Applejack, and I never really wanted it to sound really like that, but once you hear the lyrics, it doesn't sound so subtle. But I didn't really change the lyrics after I wrote it. I just went with it, and that's what I felt. The lyrics on that song, I felt we're okay. We're okay for a first Brony song, so I just stuck with it. And the second Brony song I wrote was, I believe, I want to say a few days or probably at least a week later, called Angel with Silver Wings, and that song is about Derpy. And if you've come to watch me play at conventions, I play that one every single time I perform up there. It's it's about being different is okay, being a little derpy, I don't know how else to put it, can be acceptable, and it should be acceptable. You know, none of us are perfect, but yet, you know, there's a lot of people out there, a lot of ponies out there, that think being imperfect is horrible, still. Or, you know, perfect by other people's standards. But, yeah, I'm proud of that song as well. And, to this day, I still play it, you know, whether in practice or performance, or, you know, it's just a very fun song and very heartwarming song to play. Now, you probably saw a shot of me driving into campus, and you saw Marcus Pavilion, that big round building over there. That year, we have this. St. Martin's has this annual concert called the Hope Concert, and I performed with the choir here, and two of the 3 years I was here, I performed a solo act as well. And the solo act of 2012, I performed Angel with Silver Wings. And even though nobody knew what the song was really about or who this song was really about, it felt nice to just be subtle about it and not know, and not have anyone know which character actually inspired that song. You know, it was kind of nice, and I was actually on the fence just during that time, just saying, okay, never talk about this, never be open about this, do not spill a single word about your Bronydom. That's what I said to myself, just be quiet forever. Obviously, that's not the case anymore. That kind of brings us to our next point. I did my best to keep it secret, but it wasn't too long after I declared myself a Brony, or actually a little before that too. I ordered my first pony shirts. Let's go take a look at them. Alright, Strummies, this rainbow stash shirt right here, my very first ever Brony shirt. I ordered it in late February of 2012, a little bit before I did my official fandom declaration, if I can call that a thing. And yeah, obviously I still have it today. And one interesting fact about this shirt is I did a little not-so-live musical performance inside my dorm called Leaps and Lyrics. And I recorded a showcase of my music in my dorm on February 29th. And this is the shirt I was wearing. Yeah, so deep inside, I really did not want to hide my fandom. I really wanted to, so to speak, wear my fandom loud and proud. And yeah, I'm glad it was this shirt. And Rainbow Dash is my second favorite character, or of the main cast. So yeah, sure, why not? Now, here is my second shirt, I believe. Yep, it was my very second shirt. I really like Derpy, and like I said a couple minutes ago, my second ever Brony song was about Derpy, Angel with Silver Wings. I just like the design of this, and kind of a political style design. I am a legit lover of muffins as well, especially blueberry and double chocolate. Thanks, Costco. And yeah, I really like this shirt. Interesting thing about this one, I took my GRE in June of 2012. A month after I graduated from here, I took my graduate record exam in my hometown, and this is the shirt I wore. I am so certain that around that time, very few graduate school candidates wore Brony shirts to their GRE. Even the test taker asked me if I was a Brony, and she thought it was awesome. And when I say test taker, I mean test administrator. Just to clear that up. She liked the shirt. And there you have it, folks. That was the very beginning of me being a Brony. I'll share some more stories down the road, but here you got the very basics. To sum it up for you again, I was here at St. Martin's University during it was the beginning of my very last semester, but school was closed because of that big, huge Pacific Northwest snowstorm that canceled school for 2 weeks, and I just spent those 2 weeks, getting acquainted with the show, getting acquainted with the fandom, and I'm there to this day. At this day now, I'm glad I did. I wouldn't have gone places. I wouldn't have survived grad school. I wouldn't have done a lot of things, and spared myself a lot of heartache, or even more heartache, had I not delved into this show that time. Here we are now, Strummies, and it feels great to be with you. Alright, some more videos on the way. I can finally, after this video, post my very first Brony song for you to listen to if you haven't yet. And until then, or all the time, stay strong and strum along. I'll talk to you again soon.